Okay, so looking at this, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the equation. So I have 1 over 8n is equal to negative 7. Okay, so a number next to a variable means multiplication. So one way that we can do this is divide both sides by 1/8. When I divide both sides by 1/8, the 1/8 is going to cancel out. We're left with n is equal to negative 7 divided by negative 1/8. So I can take negative 7, divide that by negative 1/8. So negative 7 times by negative 8 over 1 to give me negative 56. Nope, negative times negative is positive, so positive 56 is my answer. So I end up with positive 56. I can check my answer here. Ooh, what did I do wrong? Oop, why did I make this negative? Should not have been negative. So let me show you where I made my mistake. I had a negative here and a positive here. I have to do the same thing to both sides of my equal sign. So this was positive, this had to be positive, which means this would have been positive, and this would have been positive, and instincts would have been right. This right here would have been negative 56. See how much changed based on missing one sign there? So this is going to become a negative 56. Okay, now I want to show you another way of doing this problem. Okay, because sometimes it's a little bit easier to do it that way. Because seeing this division by a fraction can be scary, especially it gets pretty messy in identifying what's going on. So we have 1 over 8 times by n is equal to negative 7. Okay, now instead of dividing, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Because if we multiply by the reciprocal, we're multiplying by 8 over 1. This ends up giving us 8 over 8, which is equal to 1, and that's just going to disappear, right? So we're just left with n on this side, and then I have to times this side by the same thing, 8 over 1. Negative 7 times by 8 is going to be negative 56, and I have my answer. Okay, now this looks a lot nicer than doing this crazy division over here. Okay, so I want to make sure that you have that other way. And finally, we can, again, double check our answer by plugging it back in. So I have 1 over 8 times by negative 56 is equal to negative 7. Just want to check to make sure this works. I end up with negative 56 over 8 is equal to negative 7. And again, this division gives me negative 7 is equal to negative 7. So I was able to check my answer, and I was good.